Well, hi Aquarius. Welcome to Universal Guidance. It's time for your weekly reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe and share. I have shuffled these cards really good. I'm going to give it 3 more shuffles. And then I'm going to cut them 3 times. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Sometimes they have a mind of their own. I'm going to give it 2 more shuffles. Cut 3 times. And let's get started. Okay. Aquarius. Your weekly reading. Aquarius 1. Okay. Okay, Aquarius, the overall energy of this reading is the Justice card. Now, this is the card for Libra. Libra might be in your chart, might be around this reading. But this, more importantly, it's about the balancing of the scales, fairness, okay? The sword is up. This is for justice. This is for protecting the balance of those scales. So I think that you are getting yourself in line. You're getting yourself like balanced. And you're putting the sword up to protect that balance. So, you've been out of balance. But you've been out of balance, but you are in balance now, and you are going to protect that balance. So if anything comes along to throw that off, that your sword is up, and you're going to be hyper aware that something might throw you out of balance, okay? So that's the overall energy of the whole reading. Up here in your highest energy is the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Taking a really hard look at things, almost like looking at a crystal ball. It's analyzing, dissecting, evaluating. It's sitting right next to this 5 of Pentacles. So I feel like you've spent all this time analyzing something that left you feeling alone or isolated or out in the cold. But you know what? You're still looking back at it. This is in your highest energy. These cards on top are your highest energy. So you're still looking back at what threw your scales off balance. But you're looking back and you're analyzing. You're trying to figure it all out. Under the Page of Pentacles is the Knight of Cups. Someone came forward with a cup of love. And yeah, it did. It really seems sincere. It really seems sincere. This is why you keep looking back. This is why you keep looking back at what left you out in the cold. You might have been ghosted. You might have been a breakup or something. But this really seemed like a sincere cup of love that someone had come forward with this Knight of Cups being here. The Knight of Cups is next to the Justice card too. And so you are getting balanced over this. Because you're separated. You're left out in the cold, like, from this Knight of Cups. Male or female. On the other side of the Justice card, I have the 2 of Pentacles. There was a lot of confusion involved. That's why you keep looking back. You keep looking back at them going, how did that happen? Why didn't I see that coming? And now here I am, left all by myself, all alone. So yeah, you're trying to figure that out because you're rebalancing your life. All that confusion. See the rocky waters behind the 2 of Pentacles? Ships just bouncing around. There's other cards waiting for your ship to come in. Well, these ships can't come in because they're just too busy bouncing around on the rocky waters. And the confusion is like, what happened here? So under the Knight of Cups is Temperance. This is the card for Sagittarius. Sagittarius might be in your chart, might be in someone else's chart around this reading. But more importantly, this is your guardian angels and spirit guides. They got your back. They are all around you. I think they're trying to bring you back together. They're working really hard. They're pouring that potion back and forth in those cups of love. So they're working on love for you. And it's under the Knight of Cups. So that makes me think They're trying to bring this back together, or they're trying to bring in a couple of love that really is sincere for you. Let me keep reading. Right next to Temperance, right under the scales of justice here, where you're balancing, you're protecting that balance, is the Knight of Wands. So this prior person who left you out in the cold might have been a player, male or female. They run in and run out of your life, that kind of energy. They always, you know, when you see them, it's great because it's like they have that staff of new beginnings. But when they leave, it's just a staff of passion. And that's kind of what went on. That's very confusing. That's enough to confuse anybody. So your mind is really on that, about what happened here, what's been happening here. It's all been a spiritual lesson for you. I have the Judgment card. It's under all this confusion and right next to the Knight of Wands. So this is a spiritual lesson that you're learning. Your guardian angels are here to help you get through this. You're learning, for one thing, is how to recognize a player, how to recognize when somebody is coming in and disrupting your life all the time and then leaving. Your confusion, your spiritual lesson with the Two of Pentacles is probably how to, because see, this Two of Pentacles is right next to the Justice card. It's right next to the scales being level. Okay? The Two of Pentacles is this trying to figure things out, you know. And I think it's how to stay balanced when love is presented to you, when somebody makes a love offer, how to keep yourself in balance. Oh, let me take out more cards for your reading. Aquarius. Yeah, that's exactly what was going on. Okay. We're going to start up here in your highest energy. Look at that burden that you were carrying. That whole relationship was a burden, really. Fun while they were there, but not so fun when they would leave. You would always be lonely, feeling left out in the cold. This is the 10, though. The 10 of Wands. That means you're getting ready to drop those wands. They're going to start falling away, which is awesome, which is great. Then you can move forward. It's right next to the Six of Pentacles. You are getting peanuts from this relationship that I was just talking about, that you're getting balanced over, that your guardian angels and spirit guides are helping you to balance from. You're learning the spiritual lesson about how to recognize this kind of energy. So, yeah, you got peanuts. That's what, and breadcrumbs from this relationship. The cup of love that they came in and they acted like this is a sincere cup of love, it actually had a fish in it. And so there wasn't a lot of room for love in that cup. And part of your lesson is being able to recognize those types of love offers, because they leave you out in the cold. And they leave you confused, for sure. So, and it became a heavy burden, and you're done with that. So yeah, you're getting yourself together, you're getting rebalanced, and the sword is up to protect yourself. So there's a fish in this cup, so Pisces might be a part of this reading, might be in your chart someplace or around the reading. So that's what you are examining. Right up here at first, when you're examining this pentacle, it's all about being left alone, left out in the cold. You might have been ghosted. You're looking back at them, walking away again, wondering where they are, what they're doing, what this is all about. It's all become a big burden. You're getting peanuts out of the relationship because they just didn't have the love to offer you. Not like they presented that they did. So then we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is possible earth energy, male or female, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Might be in your chart, might be around this reading. This is under that heavy burden that's you're getting ready to drop. It's next to all this confusion. So it's about the security. It's about the stability. That is what you did not have in this relationship. That's why it's so confusing. Here you are juggling those pentacles. You know, you're like way unsecure in this relationship. It's sitting right next to the Fool card. So, you know, it's you got caught up. You got caught up in this offer. This what you thought was a sincere love offer, male or female. You know, it goes any way. Bouncing along with your head in the clouds. You know, living in the moment until you find yourself at the edge of a cliff, and that's what happens every single time they leave. Every single time. And so that's the Fool card. That's why you're getting peanuts out of this relationship, because you know, they had a fish in their cup. I know it sounds funny, but the fish takes up all the room in the cup. So then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is on one side of the Fool, and the Ace of Pentacles is on the other side of the Fool. The Queen of Pentacles has the second largest pentacle in the deck, and the Ace of Pentacles is the largest pentacle in the deck. It's all about security and stability, groundedness, and there was no commitment. Okay, so this relationship was lacking a few things. You are examining it. See, it all starts with the pentacle, the smallest pentacle in the deck, the Page of Pentacles. So you are realizing the insecurity, the instability of this past relationship. This is part of your spiritual lesson. And looky here, we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is right under the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it just never reached. It never got there. The commitment, the security, the stability, the any of that. It just never reached you. This is the slowest moving energy in the deck, and this is what the Knight of Cups brought with them. It was actually a Page of Cups. Brought the Knight. They're the Knight of Pentacles. So the pentacle could take years if it ever reaches you. It moves, but so slowly. So this puts you in the position that you're going to leave all this behind. So under the Fool card, bouncing along through your head in the clouds, got caught up in all this, is a Chariot. This is the card for Cancer. So Cancer might be in your chart, might be in their chart or around the reading, but this is moving forward and moving forward fast. Because you get it. You learned your spiritual lesson. And once you learn your spiritual lesson, it's, you know, it's like lighting your heels on fire, and you can go forward fast, and that's exactly what you're doing with the Eight of Cups being right next to the Chariot. You're walking away from that whole situation, leaving it all behind you. This is your reading for the week, Aquarius. So, this spiritual lesson that you're learning is about how to recognize a player, how to recognize a real love offer, and you need to know that your guardian angels and spirit guides have you surrounded. So they're helping you through this whole thing, and you are moving forward. I can't wait to see what happens next week. So Aquarius, this is your reading, and I thank you for watching Universal Guidance.